Today we're going to talk about cupcakes and how you can take your homemade cupcakes and make them look like a professional made them. We need 4 things to do this: the right tools, a smooth frosting, good technique, and a little bit of love. Number 1, tools. There are a lot of tips available to help you decorate your cupcakes, and there are bags to hold the frosting. I like to use a little bit larger tip when I'm doing frosting, and there's 4 tips I normally use. There's the round tip, the open star, closed star, and the drop flower. The bags. There are disposable bags. These are ones you can use just one time. They come closed in, and so you can cut it to whatever size you need. If you're going to use a really big tip, you cut a big opening, a small tip, a little opening. There's also these larger bags, and they're reusable ones. I love these for when I'm doing a lot of cupcakes. So let's get started with our icing. Number 2, a smooth frosting. Our frosting, when you whip it, you want to whip it really long, and you want it to be full of air, and you want it to be firm enough that it doesn't fall out of the whisk when you lift it up like that. Here we've got our cookie dough, or our butter, oh, that's Oreo icing. So we're going to start actually with our mint icing. I've got a bag, and I've already trimmed the tip off, and I've got our drop flower tip I'm going to drop in. You push it all the way to the bottom so it's set in there nice and firm, and roll down the bag like that. Then I take some of the icing and I just drop it in. Use your spatula to squish it down in. You only want to fill your bag about 2/3 of the way full. If you get too much icing in there, you will end up with icing coming out both ends, and that does not make for a pretty cupcake. So once I get it in, we're going to just squish it all the way down, and then I'm going to twist. And I twist probably about 4 or 5 times, get it nice and tight, and then I hold it with this hand, and I'm going to squeeze firmly with this hand as I go. So I'll show you how to do that. You start, this is our technique, number 3. You start by putting a big glob in the middle, and then you ease the icing all the way out to the edge, and you go around the outside edge in a circular manner, and then circle back in to the top. As you come around to the middle, you're going to ease your pressure and lift up like that. I'll show you that one more time, a few more times. I've got our Oreo icing, and this is the round tip. We're going to make a little blob in the middle, and then ease out to the outside, circle that around, ease your way up, and as you get to the top, release the pressure and lift up. Here we have our cookie dough icing. This also is a round tip. You make your dot in the middle, and then you squeeze all the way around the outside edge into the middle. As you get to the center, you release your pressure and lift up. One more time. This is the open star tip, and it makes a really wide kind of star shape on it. A little mound in the middle, ease your icing to the outside, go all the way to the edge, and then circle that back around to the middle. As you get to the top, you just release your pressure and you lift up. Now, those cupcakes look pretty good, but we can take them to the next level by adding that little bit of love, our 4th step. So we'll start with our pink one. I'm going to add a little sprinkle to this. And one thing, when you're adding sprinkles to your cupcakes, you want to do it just after you've iced it. So while the icing's a little still wet, and the sprinkles will stick a little better. For our cookie dough one, we're going to take just a chocolate chip and add that to the very top, just to finish it. For our Oreo cookie, we're going to take a half Oreo, and we're going to squish that guy right down there in the top. And then for our mint icing, we've got some Andes mint chopped up, and we'll just sprinkle those on, push them in a little bit, get a little more love on that one. And I have one more cupcake to show you. This one is a Butterfinger. I frosted it a little earlier. It's with the round tip, and it's been in the freezer to firm up because I'm going to dip it in some chocolate here. I've got melted chocolate in here, and I just dip it in, let it drip off, and then while it's still wet, I'm going to sprinkle on my Butterfinger. And there you have our homemade cupcakes taken to look professional. Now let's enjoy some cupcakes.